'Tis the season to celebrate with food and drink and late nights, and it all adds up. So if the holidays are leaving you feeling more foul than festive, Dr. Christina Captain, founder of Sarasota Center for Acupuncture and Nutrition, is here to help us out. I mean, we know it happens.
Holy man, we do.
So I think you have some very reasonable advice that we often forget about when it comes time to the holidays. Let's start first about just kind of planning.
Yes, just plan it, man. Get a strategy. Figure out how many events you have to go to and what you're going to eat or drink at all those events. And just remember, don't go with an empty stomach, right? Try to eat your normal routine, or remember to yourself, like, what am I going to eat and what am I not going to eat at this particular event? And drinking. Drinking is the major problem, right? So we have the generic advice of making sure you have adequate sleep during the holidays, because we know that the stress level rises intensely during the holidays, not just on your physical body from just overindulgence in general, but from having to be around family and having to show up at events and just constantly being on the go. Many of us, that wears our immune system down and boom, we can get sick, right? So we want to be able to sleep, adequate sleep. We want to be able to have hydration. When you are eating and drinking excessively, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And don't just hydrate with water. Go ahead and add something to it, some electrolyte formulas. I don't care if it's lemonade, I don't care if it's Noon tabs, I don't care if you're using some fancy schmancy, little packet powder deals.
Right.
Just do that, because alcohol in and of itself is extremely dehydrating. And when we talk about alcohol, wah, 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 right? Everybody knows that alcohol is wonderful, except it's not great for your body when you do it in excess, right? The new rules are out for women: 1 drink a day, not to exceed 7 in a week, not to exceed more than 2 a day. And then men, double that, 14 in a week, 2 a day, not to exceed 2 a day.
That doesn't seem fair, by the way.
I know.
I mean, I know they're bigger than we are, but still.
I know, just generally speaking. And then what does that mean, 1 drink, right? So 1 drink is a beer, 1. 1 drink of hard alcohol is 1.5 ounces of hard alcohol. 1.5 ounces, right? And wine is 5 ounces. So when we think about having 4 or 5 or 6 drinks at one event, then we're looking at a binge drinking episode. And that completely dehydrates you, messes with your stomach, allows you to be uninhibited, so you might be eating way more than you would normally eat, and you just get that bad hangover at the end.
And not even if it's a hangover, too. Sometimes it's the eating alone. If your stomach is used to one menu, and then during a party you're eating cream and sugar and fats and all those things, it can really mess you up. So when people come see you and say, okay, I've had 2 weeks of way too much fun and I feel terrible, what are some of the things we can do to reset our body?
So there's 2 things to think about coming to see us. You can come to see us beforehand to let us help you build you up. Let us get you to your optimal levels, and let us get you prepared with strategies around your event going, right? And let us decrease your stress for you. So we're talking about acupuncture, we're talking about all the different modalities that we utilize, plus there's some supplements that can help you not go off the deep end when you do go off the deep end. If you're coming post, right, well, we're gonna help clean you up and get you back to where you should be. Unless you've really destroyed your stomach and you have huge acid reflux and massive pain, that's going to take us a lot longer. You may have to incorporate all of your other healthcare team members to help you. But by coming to us first, we can individualize a plan for you to get you ready for the holidays.
And that is good advice as we start the holiday season. Now let's hear from one of Dr. Captain's patients who sought some help.
The very first thing that Dr. Captain did for me was to change my diet. I was pre-diabetic from a family of all diabetics, and I was determined not to go on medicine if I could help it. So she put me on an anti-inflammatory diet, which immediately improved that. From there, we proceeded to helping me maintain my health and my lack of pain with the sciatica that I've had since I was a young girl. And right through to COVID, the effects of long COVID. She was the one who figured it out. Without that, I think I would still be in bed. But I am feeling so much better. Then I'm back to teaching at school, and life is good. I have emotion. She is the most caring of any professional healer that I've ever gone to. I can tell you that Dr. Captain has made an enormous difference in my general life, and I trust her completely with my health.
I love the term professional healer because that's what this is all about, is healing the various things that are wrong within a body.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I do it all day long.
She's like, that's what I do. And this is a great time of year. So I like the advice of starting out with a healthy body before we start into our holiday celebrations. And of course, remembering to keep it in check. You can find Dr. Captain by going to scansrq.com.